Hello Year 11. The first part of this lesson asks you to review a model answer. This is a 12 out of 12 answer to the question you looked at last lesson, which was explain why there was an economic crisis in Germany in 1923. And I just want you to do a few things with this answer. First of all, you can see there's a key at the bottom. It says keys to success in the 12-mark question. And basically, to get level 4, the question needs 4 key ingredients, or the response needs 4 key ingredients. It needs a point for each paragraph, an opening statement linked to the question. Each paragraph needs evidence, that's facts, events, information. Each paragraph needs explanation, so why X led to Y. And each paragraph needs a quick link, a summary statement, a kind of mini conclusion that links back to the question. So I just need you to color code that little grid. So you'll have 4 different colors. Then read through the question and highlight where you see the points, the evidence, the explanation and the link. And that way you'll understand that to get 12 out of 12, your answer has to be full of clear points, evidence, explanation and links back to the question. So that's job number 1. Okay, we're going on to the focus of this new lesson. So last lesson we looked at how Germany was in crisis by 1923, suffering from hyperinflation. Today we're going to work out how Germany was able to solve that problem, and it was something to do with the Dawes Plan. Okay, so you should be on page 7 of your workbook, and this page explains to us how the USA actually came to the rescue of Germany in 1923. So hyperinflation comes to an end essentially because America got involved, and they loaned the Allies money during World War I, and to be able to pay the USA, the Allies needed reparations. The USA wanted their loans back. So an American called Charles Dawes came up with a plan called the Dawes Plan to enable everyone to make their payments. So under the Dawes Plan, America would loan Germany large sums of money to invest in industry. This would help the German economy and produce profits for paying reparations. And so with their reparations money, the Allies would be able to invest in their economies. They would also produce profits, and these could be used to pay back the US loans. Reparations payments would be changed to allow the Germans longer to pay and in more realistic amounts. And if all was going well, after 5 years, the Dawes Plan could be renegotiated. So if you look at the little diagram we've got here, so basically the USA, they're going to provide $2.5 billion in loans. They're going to give that to Germany. Germany will be able to use that money to invest in their economy and grow stronger. And Germany will become more prosperous and have more money. They'll be able to use that money to pay back their reparations to France and to Britain. So France and Britain, under this plan, will receive approximately $2 billion in reparations payments. They can use that to rebuild their economies so France and Britain can get stronger. And that means they'll be able to pay back the debt to the USA. So what the USA has done really is kick-started the German economy, because without that, the USA won't ultimately get its money back from the Allies. And also, it's a win-win for the USA, because not only will they get their $2.6 billion in war debt payments back from Britain and France, they're charging interest on the loan to Germany, and they're betting Germany's going to recover and get strong and be able to pay that loan with interest. So ultimately, Germany is offered this deal that's going to revive her economy and solve the problem of hyperinflation. So just on to the tasks. Underneath the heading Dawes Plan, you should be able to do task 1. You should be able to put a heading, why did the USA get involved? And you should be able to put a number of bullet points explaining the USA's motives to come and help Germany in 1923-1924. Once you've done that, you'll be able to move to question 2. That's where you'll be able to describe how the Dawes Plan was supposed to work. You might even want to include a diagram here. So that's your next task, to do these questions 1 and 2. Okay, moving forward, we now need to assess the positive impact that the Dawes Plan has on Germany. So again on page 7. So what happened when the Germans accepted the Dawes Plan? So they devalued their currency by knocking 10 notes off its present value. So 10 billion old marks became one new mark. And I've got those images on screen. So this is the old 10 billion mark. And obviously you've got to scrap this currency because it's worthless. So the Germans scrap their old currency, create a new currency called the Rentenmark, and obviously people could now swap the old worthless money for money that would be worth something. So that's stage one. Next, the workers in the Ruhr went back to work and cooperated with the French. The Germans started to pay their reparations. The French and Belgians eventually left the Ruhr, and Germany began to cooperate with its old enemies, so international relations improved. And the German economy started to improve and production increased. And so things, because of the Dawes Plan, got better in Germany. So now you should be able to move to question 3, and you should be able to put a decent paragraph in explaining the positive things that happened when the Germans accepted the Dawes Plan of 1924, and how it led to their currency getting more stable, how it led to their economy recovering, how it led to them having better relationships with Britain and France. Okay, finally, you should now recognise what the inherent weakness was in this German recovery. So the US loans that came into Germany after 1923 revived the German economy. So production increased, businesses grew, and unemployment fell. However, German prosperity was now dependent on US money. So if the US called in the loans early, the German economy would be in real trouble. So the health of the German economy was now entirely dependent on the health of the US economy. So I just need you to put that fourth point, that fourth question into your book with a copy of just my little explanation there. And then that's this lesson finished, and we've understood how the Dawes Plan of 1924 solves the problem of hyperinflation and the German economic crisis of 1923.